Ay, Mr. Chair, sinasabi kasi dito sa sulat na ito na tama ba request lang sa COA na wag pagbigyan yung aming request for the subpoena?
It was really just a request directed to the Commission on Audit, Your Honor.
Pero Mr. Chair, on the second paragraph nung kanyang letter, yung letter po ni Attorney Lopez, nakalagay dito, no, we are of the position that the subject subpoena should not be complied with for the following reasons. Ayun, na-explain mo na yon. Ano po bang ibig sabihin ng should not? Are you commanding? Are you demanding the COA na wag sumunod doon sa subpoena doon sa STECUM?
If, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
Please continue, Attorney Lopez.
Yes, if you read the entirety of the letter, it is really a respectful request sa Commission on Audit. We are not demanding them or instructing them. It is really a respectful request if you read in the entirety.
Yes, oo. Pero pag should kasi parang demanding na yon, commanding na yon para sa akin, no?
And
okay.
Yes, and
okay.
may
So,
I also add.
Yes, kung hindi ito demanding, commanding, parang siga-siga ba yung Office of the Vice President na utusan yung OVP, na utusan ang COA na hindi kami sundin ang Congress or House of Representatives?
Your Honor, Mr. Chair, hindi po siga-siga ang OVP. It is really just a respectful request, Your Honor, for them to consider our position. Like all position papers filed, ito po yung we feel that these are the issues that we needed to raise. So,
I'm sorry, Attorney Lopez, no, dahil ikaw yung nakapirma dito, and according to our rule, one of the reasons on the undue interference in the conduct of proceedings. So may I move, Mr. Chairs, na nag-violate si Attorney Lopez dito sa ating proceedings or doon sa ating trabaho due to this Section 11, letter F, undue interference in the conduct of proceedings. May I move to cite Attorney Lopez in contempt, Mr. Chair? I move.
The Chair would like to recognize the next and the last interpellator, the Honorable Congresswoman Franz Castro. The last but not the least.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, unahin ko muna, Mr. Chair, yung parang tayo dito, no? 9 na oras na tayo nakaupo dito. At parang napuspos na, no, yung mga tanong natin, except for dun sa talagang yung totoong resource person na dapat na siya yung nakakaalam, no, na dapat na magpaliwanag dito. But anyway, Mr. Chair, doon sa 125 na confidential funds, Mr. Chair, I would like to ask the COA doon sa payments on the rental of safe houses. There are 34 acknowledgement receipts. Tama po?
COA, Attorney Camora, you're recognized.
Tama po, Mr. Chair.
A total of 16 million pesos. Tama po?
Tama po, Mr. Chair.
Ito po, Mr. Chair, no, mula December 21, 2022 up to December 31, 2022. So, 11 days na ginastos para sa mga safe houses. At nakita natin dito, Mr. Chair, no, yung mga kapuna-puna na mga observations dito. At kung aanalisihin natin ay baka nga, no, di natin alam saan napunta itong mga amount na ito. Kasama ba yung 16 million sa notice of disallowance, Mr. Chair? COA.
Mr. Chair, parang hindi na po yata siya kasama.
Yes. Pero kung papansinin natin, Mr. Chair, dito sa summary ng expenses doon sa safe house, like for example, December 21, 3 acknowledgement receipts yan, totaling to 1.1 million. In December 22, totaling to 1.7 million, 4 yan na safe houses. In December 23, we have 2 acknowledgement receipt, equals 1 million. Meron tayong December 24, 2 acknowledgement receipt, which is 600,000. December 26, Mr. Chair, mukhang ito yung isa sa pinakamalaki, no, na bayad sa safe houses, 1 million sa isang tao lang. No, 1 million. And then December 27, totaling to 3.45 million o 3.450 million. Okay, so ilan to? 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 na mga safe houses yan. And then December 28, Mr. Chair, meron tayong 2.850 million na gastos para sa safe houses. 2, 4, 5. Okay? 5 people, no? Merong mga unreadable. Okay, in December 29, Mr. Chair, meron tayong 2.450 million. December 30, dalawa po, Mr. Chair, 1.1 million. December 31, 500 million. By the way, take note, December 28, merong 1 million na safe house. No, total doon. And then undated, merong 250,000, Mr. Chair. So meron dito, Mr. Chair, no, may mga pangalan. Okay? May mga pangalan yan, pero merong unreadable, 8 yan na mga unreadable, merong hindi permado. So, ang tanong ko po sa COA, hindi nyo to nasama, no, sa notice of disallowance. Pero halimbawa po, etong December 21, merong 500 pesos na ibinayad sa araw na yon para sa safe houses. Tingin niyo po ba makatotohanan yon? Ilang bang safe houses yon? Isa? Ilan po? Nandoon ba sa report?
Wala po, Mr. Chair. Kung ano po yung nasa acknowledgement receipt,
Yung sa 34.
Yun po yung information.
Wala siyang breakdown kung ilang mga safe houses yon.
Wala po, Mr. Chair.
500,000 isang. So we assume, Mr. Chair, isang safe house yan.
Yes,
You
Mr.
assume?
Chair.
So you assume isang safe house yan.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Etong December 26, 1 million. So you assume isang safe house din yan.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Etong December 28 na 1 million, you assume din na isang safe house yan.
Since wala pa talagang
Okay.
indication.
December 29, 750,000. Isang safe house din yan. Tama?
Yes po. Wala nga pong indication sa
Yes.
acknowledgement receipt.
So, hindi nyo sinama ito sa notice of disallowance. Hindi ba kayo nagtaka dito sa mga amount na ito na, Mr. Chair, ito lang kahit na 250,000, makakabili ka na ng isang bahay doon, di ba? Pero rent ng safe house. So, ano ba ibig sabihin ng rent ng safe houses? Anong kasama doon?
Rentals and incidentals po based on the joint circular. Rentals of safe houses, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Yung rental, sa isang araw, 1 million. Kasama doon yung mga incidentals.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So, hindi kayo nagtaka doon?
At
You
that
just
time-
accepted the acknowledgement receipt on face value.
Yes, Mr. Chair. At
Yes.
that
So,
time po,
yun ang problema natin dyan, Mr. Chair. Did you attempt na mag-imbestiga po dito? Kahit na sa isang sa isang date lang, nag-attempt po ba kayo na tukuyin itong mga to?
Mr. Chair, at that time, hindi po na-raise naman po na red flag siya sa amin. But then, yun nga po, as you have stated kanina, based on inputs din po sa mga hearings, part po ng magiging review namin is itong sa safe house rentals. and may be subject to supplemental NS or ND po.
Yes, kasi dito kasi parang hindi ka panipaniwala din eh. May impossibility
Yes,
na may
Mr.
ganyang
Chair.
rerentahan ka ng house with those amenities, kung talagang may mga special amenities yan, yung informant, iya-house mo
Opo.
sa ganyang kagarbo.
Opo. At that
Na-
time po kasi ang idea po yata ng auditors is yung safety ng mga iha-house sa safe house, yung immediate na yung matatransfer po sila in case ma-compromise po sila. So at the time po, ganun po yung mga idea. But yun nga po sabi namin na we will look further po.
Well, malinaw yung sa JC, di ba? Rental of
Rental.
safe houses. Wala pong nakalagay doon nung pagsi-safety nung kanilang rental.
Yes.
So specific naman nung nakalagay sa JC. Kaya inaano natin dito with all the amenities, yung physical na bahay yan or rent. So masyadong malaki, no?
Yes,
So kailangan natin. Mr. Chair, etong mga nakalagay na mga pirma, mga pangalan na ito, pwede po natin, may I move that we could check this with the PSA kung existence ba ito. Kasi baka ito katulad din ni Piatos, at iba pa, Mary Grace Piatos, at iba pa. So, pwede ba natin, Mr. Chair, na maisama rin ito doon sa pag-check natin on a motion?
There's already an
Okay.
existing motion and it was already ruled by the chair.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. No? At saka itong mga unreadable na ito. Paano kaya, Mr. Chair, itong mga unreadable na to? Sa COA po. Meron po dito kasi mga unreadable na mga pangalan na in-accept din ninyo as is.
Yes po.
So ano pong recourse nyo doon?
Pag-aaralan po namin, Mr. Chair, kung paano namin po mahigpitan po yung sa DEPs.
So
Sa
kukunin nyo yung pangalan?
documentary evidence of payments.
Kukunin nyo yung pangalan?
Possible po na pag hindi namin ma-verify talaga yung name is i-end din na po namin sila.
Ano ibig sabihin? Okay. END.
I-part po
Okay.
na ng
Thank
notice
you.
of disallowance.
Okay, thank you. At saka ito din kung existing itong mga pangalan na ito.
Opo.
Okay, so 16 million din yan. Okay, next. Kumusta po si Attorney Lopez? Kasi tayo kayo ng tayo. Understandable naman kung meron kayong dito, no?
Scoliosis, Your Honor.
At sa loob ng 9 na oras, very cool din kayo sa
Thank you.
pagsagot.
Thank you.
Okay, so tayo po, ginagawa lang natin yung trabaho natin. So naintindihan po natin yun, di ba? Attorney.
Yes, ma'am. We
Okay.
understand.
Dito sa letter, alam nyo, parehas talaga kami ng line of thought ni General Acop Representative Acop, yung mga tanong niya, natatanong niya na dito sa letter na ito. Except for doon sa binanggit yung pangalan ko. Okay, so ito doon sa fourth, in-emphasize pa, Madam Chair, Mr. Chair, for the sake of exposure. Ang tanong ko lang kay Attorney Lopez, Mr. Chair, napapanood niyo po ba ako or nasusubaybayan niyo po ba yung mga nire-raise ng representasyong ito sa mga budget hearing?
Hindi po lahat, pero may mga instances,
Yes.
Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
So, nasusubaybayan niyo po ba yung posisyon ng Makabayan Black sa confidential funds?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ano po yun, kung alam niyo?
That certain agencies should only be given, should only be allotted confidential funds. Not all agencies. Am
No.
I right? I'm sorry.
Medyo kulang. So, ang posisyon po ng Makabayan dyan, pati ng kinatawang ito, ay i-abolish talaga ang confidential funds. Dahil, eto na nga, no? This is it. Nakikita na natin kung paano nagagamit, no? O paano siya nami-misuse. Based naman dito sa mga nakikita na natin. Okay, so sinasabi ni Attorney Lopez, Mr. Chair, for the sake of exposure. So ano po yung ibig sabihin bakit parang in-emphasize nyo pa na ako ay niraise ko itong confidential fund for the raise of exposure. Anong tingin niyo mapapala ko na i-raise ko to for the sake of exposure?
Respectfully, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, may I be recognized?
You're recognized, Attorney Lopez.
Thank you, Sir Chua. Ma'am, as mentioned earlier, the letter that we have submitted is a mere request to the Commission on Audit.
Yeah.
It is a simple statement of our position, given that there is a ongoing audit investigation on the confidential funds.
No, you are not responsive, Mr. Chair,
Okay.
doon sa tanong ko. So, anong mapapala ko lang doon sa sinasabi nyo na, at in-emphasize nyo pa for the sake of exposure. No? The only purpose mentioned is to expose to the public the use of confidential funds. So, the only purpose ay, expose ko lang yan? Tingin mo, wala akong dahilan. Bakit natin nire-raise itong confidential funds?
Hindi naman po, Your Honor.
Okay.
Ito lang po yung position namin as an office. Hindi naman namin sinasabi na wala po kayong purpose. Except,
To expose it.
no, in this case kasi, Your Honor, the premise is that hindi pa po final yung findings ng audit investigation. So, we feel that it was not the right time to release it because it was inconclusive. It was not final.
Okay.
Yun naman po. But it is not to say, Your Honor, that you have no purpose.
Yes.
Really, at the
Oo.
end of the day, meron po kayong position. I understand that as member of the Makabayan, sorry, Your Honor. Makabayan Block.
Yes. As member of the Makabayan, mula pa nung panahon ni former representative sa Turo Ocampo, against na kami sa mga confidential funds, sa mga iba't ibang funds na walang control, no, yung ating taong bayan. Kaya yung pag-expose natin ng confidential funds, hindi lang yan sa panahon namin. At nakita naman natin yung mga experience niyan. Instead, di ba, kung meron tayong confidential funds, ibigay yan doon sa mas tangible na mga projects, mapapakinabangan ng taong bayan, di ba? So, yun po yung ano namin doon. At hindi yung dahil in-expose lang natin. Kasi meron din kasing statement si Vice President, with due respect, na ginamit itong confidential funds, no? At napag-usapan namin with the Speaker. Walang ganon. For the record, Mr. Chair, no? Walang ganon na etong confidential funds, kaya daw in-expose ni France o kaya in-expose ng Makabayan dahil meron kaming kontsabahan ng speaker or leadership. Walang ganon, no? Nakita nyo naman, no? Bakit natin expose ito? Dahil may nakita tayong notice of disallowance at bukod pa dun sa purpose natin na syempre hindi dapat nagkakaroon ng confidential funds. So, yun po, no? Para on the record, malinaw lang yung posisyon ng Makabayan at ng kinatawang ito dito sa confidential funds at walang kinalaman si Speaker, with due respect, no, kung bakit namin ini-expose yung confidential funds. O baka naman isipin na naman ni Vice President na pinagtatanggol natin ng Speaker. Wala pong ganon. No? Dito sa Kongreso, magkakaiba man kami ng position dito sa Kongreso, we respect each other's political position, political belief. No? So, talagang ganun na, kasi iba-iba talaga pinanggagalingan. Okay, so gusto ko lang malaman, di ba? Gusto ko lang din dinawin yung point na yon. Well, ako rin, Mr. Chair, nag-expose, ako rin yung nag-motion for subpoena duces tecum dito sa confidential na 125, kung natatandaan niyo po, no? At ang reason doon ay dahil meron tayong nakuhang ND, Notice of Disallowance. At tama naman, at tingin niyo ba, may karapatan ang mamamayan na malaman nila itong pinagkakagastusan ng confidential funds. Na sinabi ko naman doon sa, when we hear the budget of the COA that time.
Your Honor, the agency errs on the side of prudence because according to the JC Memorandum Circular, this is information that is only given to certain agencies. Yun lang naman ang
Yes.
position namin. We
Kaya-
just want to be on the prudent side of releasing information.
Yes. Kaya nga, in aid of legislation, binuksan natin itong issue ng confidential funds. Wala pa ang VP, wala pa ang OVP, ay issue na natin itong confidential funds. Kaya gusto natin talagang mabago, no? Yung pagtingin dito sa confidential funds. Okay, Mr. Chair, nung tinanong natin during the budget hearing of the OVP, yung tungkol sa, ako yung first na nagtanong doon sa budget hearing ng budget ng OVP. Did you remember that, Mr. Chair? Nandun ka sa likod ni VP.
Opo,
Oo,
yes,
nandun
yes.
ka sa likod ni VP. At talaga namang hindi ako satisfied kasi wala naman siyang sinagot. 2 linya lang yung mga sinabi niya, di ba? So, hindi ako satisfied talaga. Okay, Mr. Chair. So, yun lang, no? Gusto ko lang linawin yung ano ba yung position namin sa confidential funds? Ano ba yung papel dito ni Speaker? No, walang papel whatsoever si Speaker doon sa pag-ano namin, pagbusisi namin sa confidential funds. Hindi lang naman OVP. Kung mapapakinggan nyo ko, ang makabayan, hindi lang confidential funds ng OVP ang kinikriticize namin. Tama? Okay, so, Mr. Chair, kanina pa kasi, na tinatanong natin si Attorney Lopez na sinasabi niya parang wala siyang alam sa confidential funds. Not until na sinabi ng ating si DS Suarez, yung tungkol dun sa 2 letter. Nang ibig sabihin, meron siyang alam kahit papaano dito sa confidential funds. Pero kung di pa binrought out itong letter na to, na talagang kayo, yung nakapirma dito, ay talagang mukhang pangangatawanan ninyo, na wala talaga kayong alam. Tama ba yung impression ko?
Your Honor, wala po talaga akong alam as regards the disbursement, utilization.
Hindi. Hindi yun. Yung the whole, yung confidential funds. Kasi parang sinasabi mo kanina na labas ka doon sa confidential funds. Kasi from budgeting, kasi tinanong ko nung last meeting, si Mr. Tendo, Rabago, napag-usapan naman talaga ito, yung 125, na pagre-request, nung 125. So may alam ka doon.
Siguro ma'am, for the record, Mr. Chair, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
Yes,
Oo.
please continue,
Ayun lang
Attorney
po yung
Lopez.
point of clarification. Ang point of clarification is that I am aware that in the budget of the OVP, meron po tayong confidential funds. Ang wala lang po akong direct or personal information is as regards the utilization, disbursement of
Well,
the set fund.
I respect your
Yun po
your
yung-
answer to that.
May clarification.
Pero
Oo.
you respect me also na hindi ako naniniwala.
I understand, Your Honor.
So naniniwala ka ba na yung confidential fund is a public fund? It is not private.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So lahat po ng public fund, according to the law, ay ino-audit yan. At tinitignan kung saan ginamit at dapat alam din ng bayan, ng taong bayan, saan niya napunta.
Yes, Your
Tama.
Honor.
Oo. Kaya walang confidential na nga, kino-confidential pa natin, yung paggasta nito. At sinasabi natin, kaya gusto natin baguhin yun Kung magtutuloy pa rin yung confidential fund, hindi lang dapat speaker, hindi lang dapat Senate President, hindi lang dapat agency ang nakakaalam nitong utilization ng confidential funds. At doon tayo nang gagaling, mabago yung mga But of course, ang position namin, i-abolish yan. Okay, Mr. Speaker, dahil dito sa sulat na to, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, sinasabi kasi dito sa sulat na ito na tama ba request lang sa COA na wag pagbigyan yung aming request for the subpoena?
It was really just a request directed to the Commission on Audit, Your Honor.
Pero Mr. Chair, on the second paragraph nung kanyang letter, yung letter po ni Attorney Lopez, nakalagay dito, we are of the position that the subject subpoena should not be complied with for the following reasons. Ayun, na-explain mo na yon. Ano po bang ibig sabihin ng should not? Are you commanding? Are you demanding the COA na wag sumunod doon sa subpoena duces tecum?
Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
Please continue, Attorney Lopez.
Yes, if you read the entirety of the letter, it is really a respectful request sa Commission on Audit. We are not demanding them or instructing them. It is really a respectful request if you read in the
Well,
entirety.
Yes, oo. Pero pag should kasi parang demanding na yon, commanding na yon para sa akin, no?
And
Okay?
yes, and
Okay,
may I
so
also
kung-
add,
Yes, kung hindi ito demanding, commanding, parang siga-siga ba yung Office of the Vice President na utusan yung OVP,
Yung
utusan
COA.
ang COA na hindi kami sundin ang Congress or House of Representatives?
Your Honor, Mr. Chair, hindi po siga-siga ang OVP. It is really just a respectful request, Your Honor, for them to consider our position. Like all position papers filed, ito po yung we feel that these are the issues that we needed to raise. So,
Okay.
which we addressed to the Commission on Audit.
Okay. So kanina, Mr. Chair, no, binanggit na ating mga colleagues yung mga dahilan, no, kung bakit mali ang paniniwala ng Office of the Vice President, kung bakit we are holding a hearing in aid of legislation dahil sabi nila wala pa daw batas o wala pa daw panukalang batas. So kaya nga tayo nag-hear ng, 'di ba? Malinaw naman na 'yan. Pero dito sa letter na ito, Mr. Chair, may plano talaga ang Office of the Vice President na mag-interfere doon sa ating conduct ng ating proceedings. Dahil dito, Mr. Chair. I'm sorry, Attorney Lopez, no, dahil ikaw yung nakapirma dito. And according to our rule, one of the reasons on the is the undue interference in the conduct of proceedings. So may I move, Mr. Chairs, na nag-violate si Attorney Lopez dito sa ating proceedings or doon sa ating trabaho due to this Section 11 Letter F, undue interference in the conduct of proceedings. May I move to cite Attorney Lopez in contempt, Mr. Chair? I move.
Your Honor, Mr. Chair, before you make the ruling,
Any second?
if I may be allowed,
Any second to the motion?
uh,
Duly seconded? Is there any objection?
Your
Hearing none, the
Honor.
motion is carried.
respectfully, it was not the intention of the Office of the Vice President to...
Attorney, you wait for me to acknowledge you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
For that,
Apologize, Your Honor.
I move for 1 minute suspension. Yes, Attorney
Your Honor, Mr.
Lopez.
Chair, I would like to seek reconsideration, Your Honor, of that recent resolution to cite me in contempt, Your Honor. For the record, it was just a respectful request to the Commission on Audit. There was no intention, Your Honor, to demand from them or to order them or to commandeer them into something that they did not want to do. It was really something that we requested of the Commission on Audit, and at the end of the day, it is still the Commission on Audit who will decide best, Your Honor. And on another matter, this is a personal note for the Congressman Franz. Ma'am, I truly apologize if there was something in that letter that slighted you on a personal note. It was not my intention, Your Honor. I deeply apologize, and I wish and I hope you would consider my apology. This is my personal apology, ma'am. And I would like to request to the members of the Honorable Committee to lift that contempt order or to reconsider and grant my request, Your Honor, not to cite me in contempt. Maraming salamat, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
What is the pleasure of Congresswoman Franz Castro?
Well, Mr. Chair, on a personal, no, the apology is accepted. However, in the totality of the discussion from 10 o'clock up to now, nakita natin, Mr. Chair, no, very evasive, yung mga sagot ni Attorney Lopez. Tsaka nakita talaga natin na itong letter na to, hindi lang itong letter na to, Mr. Chair, yung totality talaga ng mga discussions pa kanina. Yun yung dahilan bakit natin siya gustong nag-move tayo na to cite in contempt. Kaya, Mr. Chair, I stand by my motion, Mr. Chair.
Okay, since we have already cited Attorney Lopez in contempt, the question now is the period. So what is the pleasure of the body? May we know from Congresswoman Franz Castro? Since
Maximum naman, Mr. Chair, no, na penalty natin dito is 10 days, considering the health, no, nung ating resource person. Nakita naman natin siya kanina, no. And naging matyagaan naman siya din sa pagsagot sa atin. So, we will have the next meeting on November 25, Mr. Chair. So, I move na until November 25.
Which is on Monday.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any second to the motion? Second. Duly seconded. Is there any objection? Hearing none, the motion is carried. May we request the Sergeant at Arms to arrange a room dito lang po sa vicinity ng House of Representative. Yes. So, with that,
Chairman.
Yes, the Chair would like to recognize Congressman Paduano.
Chairman, ganito lang po. Of course, si Attorney Lopez has asked for the lifting of that contempt order by this committee. Attorney, while this committee has decided to stand by what the majority of these members, the members of the committee, to cite in contempt, still you have your right to appeal, no? Kahit bukas po. That's the right of every resource person or witnesses being cited in contempt. And second, I'd just like to clear that the maximum of 10 days, because the violation is of Section 11, Paragraph F, which is undue interference, and under Section 12, maximum penalty for that is only 10 days. No, so E and F lang naman yung 10 days. But of course, malinaw po na yung ruling will be automatically lifted on Monday, no, upon resumption of the hearing. Now, Mr. Chair, ito lang po, anyway, yung rights ni Attorney Lopez, malinaw naman po sa kanya. Attorney, kasi ganito yung sitwasyon. Attorney Sanchez, this will be also Lopez and Sanchez, because you're the most highest, both of you are the most highest official representing OVP. Kasi ganito po, since the travel order of those persons no cited in contempt, particularly the Fajarda spouses, Miss Acosta and Ortonio, since the travel authority order will end on Friday, tama, 18 to 22 kasi, will end on Friday, and the next 2 days, weekend. But on a regular situation, on a regular practices, no, in office, Monday, they should report, diba? And I hope you can bring them, no, on Monday. On Monday. Tapos yung question of their plea to lift the contempt order, pag-usapan na lang dito by Monday rin. For as long as nandito sila. Kasi para matapos na to, and this might be the last hearing kung nandito sila by Monday. Baka kaya na nating tapusin. No, ang malaga kasi dito yung tatlo eh. Ay, yung apat, no? Yung Parda couple and si Tenorio and Acosta. So can you guarantee us, Attorney Sanchez? Sanchez, kasi si Attorney Lopez is nandito eh, sa House. Can you guarantee this committee that you can bring them on Monday?
Your Honor, Mr. Chair, I can only try to contact them and relay your message to them, Mr. Chair. But as to guarantee, Mr. Chair, I am not in a position to guarantee that, Mr. Chair, because for one, they do not report to me, and second, I was not the one who issued the travel orders, Mr. Chair.
No, whatever it is, but you're the most senior official representing the OBP in this hearing today. At sabi ko na nga, kung wala tayong tinatago, bakit hindi sila pumunta dito? Di ba by Monday? Di ba ganun lang yun? At least, pag-usapan na rin yung contempt order sa kanila for as long as they will answer all the queries raised by the members of this committee. Tapusin na natin to Monday. Yun lang po sana para matapos na tong investigation na to. Ako kasi personally, naiwan na lang sa akin yung BTR na lang eh. Policy question po. Tsaka yung sa COA. Well, in fact, I have already manifested that just this evening with regards to BTR, the Public Banding Law, tsaka yung MC 97-002. So, attorney, please. Kasi magre-report din yan, supposedly, kasi nasa central office sila, dapat magre-report sila, di ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Once I report to the office, Mr. Chair, I will inform them, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yo, what's up mga tropa pips? So napanood niyo po yung ating paunang video at talagang nakontempt itong si Attorney Zuleika Lopez na tauhan ng ating vice-presidente. At tingin ko, yung utos niya sa COA, kasi para sa akin utos yun eh. Kasi may shield, di ba? Kumbaga doon pa lang, hindi yun request, shield. Dapat doon, please, do not include, mga ganun sana kung yan ay request. Di ba? Pero yung shield, ibig sabihin nun, parang nag-ano ka na, nagbibigay ka na ng statement na should not. Di ba? Ibig sabihin doon, hindi mo dapat ibigay ang report. So yan ay isa lamang pagpapatunay na ang pagsunod minsan sa ating mga boss, sa ating mga amo, ayan po ay magiging makakasama sa atin in the future. At yan ang nangyayari kay Attorney Zuleika Lopez na kung saan siya po ngayon ay nakontempt doon sa Kongreso dahil nga po sa kanyang hindi pakikipagtulungan para po lumabas ang katotohanan dito po sa ginaganap na hearing para po sa hindi maipaliwanag na paglustay ng pera ng taong bayan na budget ng OBP at ng DepEd. Ngayon po, hindi lang natin talaga lubos maisip na yung taong nagutos, malayang nakapaglalakad, malayang nagagawa ang kanyang mga kagustuhan, samantalang itong kanyang tauhan na nautusan lamang nabigyan ng direktiba para po sumulat sa COA, para po gumawa ng mga bagay dahil sa kanyang trabaho, ito po ang siyang nakakulong ngayon or nakakontempt doon po sa Kongreso, di ba? Hindi maitatanggi minsan yung mga boss, yan yung nakakalusot yung mga tauhan, yun ang nakukulong, di ba? Ganun po ang nangyayari. So sana makipagtulungan na itong si Ms. Zuleika Lopez sa kung ano man po ang hinihingi sa kanya ng ating mga kongresista. Makipagtulungan lang, ipaliwanag ng maayos kung saan nilustay ang pera ng taong bayan, karapatan natin yan. Mabuti nga, meron pong ganitong mga pagdinig na iniimbestigahan po kung saan po inuubos ang pera ng taong bayan. Diba? Kasi wala naman na tayo magagawa, nagastos na, nalustay na. Yung sabihin na lang yung katotohanan kung saan ito napunta para po kung sakaling meron talagang korupsyon, meron pong magbayad, meron pong masingil. Ang dating kasi parang itong ating Vice Presidente, parang ang ano na lang, ginawa niyo akong Vice Presidente, bahala kayo sa buhay niyo. Gagastusin ko ang pera ko, ang pera ng budget ng OBP at DepEd, kung saan ko gusto. Wala kayong magagawa, binoto niyo ako ganyan-ganyan na yung gawain niya nung siya ang Vice Mayor ng Davao City. Hanggang ngayon, Vice Presidente siya, yan pa rin ang ginagawa nila. Kumbaga na-master nila ang paglustay sa pera ng taong bayan nang hindi nasisilip. Buti na lamang. At meron pong COA na nakakita nang hindi maipaliwanag at hindi po makatarungang paglustay sa pera ng taong bayan. Katulad na lamang yan. 1 million safe house in 11 days. Diba? Hindi maipaliwanag. Kaya mabuti na lang talaga may mga ganito pong pagdinig. At abangan po natin ang mga kasunod pa na mga maibubunyag po na mga katotohanan at mga anomalya na ginagawa ng mga taong gobyerno katulad nitong si BP Sara. Malalaman natin yan. Marami pa tayong malalaman dyan. So yun lamang po. Maraming salamat. Ingat po kayo. Nasa mang panig kayo ng mundo. Mama, chup chup. Love you, love you. God bless us all. Pilipinas. God first.